Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, racing fans to motorsportsradio.net. Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series racing this afternoon. The Overton's 301 from New Hampshire Motor Speedway. The Magic Mile pole sitter was last week's winner, Martin Truex Jr. in the 78 car. Kyle Larson originally was the pole sitter, however, failed post-qualifying inspection. Green flag flies at 3:17 p.m. Eastern time for a New England showdown, which started with a battle between Truex Jr. and Jimmy Johnson, then a fight between Truex Jr. and Matt Kenseth. Now, Jimmy Johnson was actually penalized for a start violation and had to serve a pass-through. Started second, Jimmy Johnson started second, and winds up dropping down to 39th. Eyes, however, were on the 78 car. Truex Jr. at lap 34 with a 6.3 second lead on second place Matt Kenseth until the yellow came out for the first time, this for a competition caution. Truex Jr.'s teammate Eric Jones, the 77 car, goes into the wall off this restart, and this would bring out the second caution. Eric Jones scheduled to drive the number 20 car in 2018, and it was back to green at lap 46. Kyle Busch was running second. Truex Jr. is still in front, and it was a double threat because Kyle Larson was moving into third. Any one of these two guys could take the lead from Truex Jr., but Truex Jr. held his own. Kyle Larson actually started in 39th. Caution at lap 67 for the 72 car, Cole Witt, an engine issue here. And then a two-lap green flag shootout closes out stage number one. Stage one winner Martin Truex Jr., who led every lap in stage one. Stage two, a delay. A red flag was displayed for some road work out on the racing surface. There was a pothole out there. And after Truex Jr. leading the entire first stage, the second stage starts with Kyle Busch in the lead. Truex Jr. down in 24th. Question 6 for an incident for Austin Dillon. The number 3 car goes sideways after a little contact from Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Stage 1 was dominated by Truex Jr., but Stage 2 was getting dominated by Kyle Busch in the 18 Interstate Battery car with a 5.7 second lead on second place Denny Hamlin, 5.7 seconds at lap 144. Stage 2 wrapped up at lap 150. Kyle Busch, the Stage 2 winner. He leading every lap in stage number 2. Now, stage 3, lap 158, back to green, starts with a battle between, this was crazy here, starts with a battle between Denny Hamlin and Kevin Harvick, and then it was Denny Hamlin and Truex Jr., and then a three-way battle between Denny Hamlin, Truex Jr., and Kyle Busch, all fighting for the lead. Some good racing at the start of the third stage. Denny Hamlin stays in front for the first 20 laps of stage 3 until Truex Jr. will get by to take the lead for a little bit. Lap 201 would start the last 100 laps, and then a green flag pit stops at lap 217. Truex Jr. would pit right away, leaving first place open for Kyle Busch. Truex Jr. winds up dropping down to 18th and a lap down. A little craziness during green flag pit stops, and it was confusing because Truex Jr. goes to make an inside pass after he comes back out onto the track, goes to make an inside pass on Kyle Busch to get back onto the lead lap, and then after making that inside pass, it was actually moved up to 16th place. So that's how crazy it was there. And at this moment, it was Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson in the top 3. Kyle Busch finally pits at lap 239 and penalized. Yes, too fast on pit road, had to serve a pass through, and wound up dropping down to 12th. In fact, it was Dale Jr. who was in the lead at this point. He comes into pit, and then Truex Jr. finally gets back into the lead. But Matt Kenseth comes to town trying to take that lead until the caution comes out again. This is caution number 8 for Ryan Newman, who goes sideways, lap 261. And another penalty for Kyle Busch. Again, a second penalty for too fast on pit road, and it was back to green with Matt Kenseth the race leader. And at lap 267, Denny Hamlin steals the lead. Truex Jr. drops down to 5th. Joe Gibbs Racing taking over now, but Kyle Larson is moving in now. He would move up to take second, and the end of this race was a battle between Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin keeping Kyle Larson away from him, maneuvering through some lap traffic, and it was the FedEx car versus the Target car. Kyle Larson did try to catch up a little bit, but it was Denny Hamlin that would get the job done. Denny Hamlin winning in New Hampshire and snapping the 20 race winless streak for Joe Gibbs Racing. So Joe Gibbs Racing, Mr. Joe Gibbs, probably very happy at the moment. Motorsports Radio post-race burnout rating for Denny Hamlin at A triple plus. Denny Hamlin leading 54 laps. Kyle Busch led 95 and came in 12th. And Truex Jr., who led 137, most laps led, would finish in third. Coming up next on the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series schedule, the Cup Series heading to Indianapolis. On Sunday, Xfinity Series on Saturday. Restricted plate racing for the Xfinity Series. And then on Wednesday night, NASCAR Camping World Truck Series racing this Wednesday evening at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the Fox Business Network. From Long Island, New York, this is Manny Allegretto. This is the home of motorsports news and info, motorsportsradio.net.